Hello friends, to understand Ayurveda we must first know or we must first understand the terminologies of Ayurveda, the words which are being described in Ayurveda. To understand these words there is a subject called as PADARTHA VIGYAN which stands for Pada and Artha. Pada means words, Artha means meaning. So PADARTHA means the meaning of the word which is being described or which is being said to you. So this Vijnana means Vishishta Jnana, which is specific knowledge. So in short, Padartha Vijnana is a subject which gives you insights on how to study the Ayurveda science. So this was a pioneer science regarding health during ancient times. So what has this subject so much why has this subject having so much of importance is because without understanding any terminologies, any person would be incapable of understanding the hidden meaning of that subject, and hence Padartha Vijnana is a necessary topic to be discussed and widely dealt with in these days where Sanskrit has become a language which is looked after as nobody knows that language. It is only studied. Nobody speaks, rarely spoken language, hard to find people who speak in Sanskrit, and hence understanding the texts which is given in Sanskrit by our ancestors becomes a challenge, and hence the subject called Padartha Vijnana has come into force for these graduates of Ayurvedic students. So here in this Padartha Vijnana, Ayurveda accepts 6 padarthas, that is Samanya, Vishesha, Guna, Dravya, Karma, Samavaya. These padarthas have been taken as an compilation work from the Vaisheshika Darshana, which also says 6 padarthas, but the order is different. Whereas Sushruta says padarthas are innumerable, there is no count for that. So for a simple example, let us take up rasa. Rasa asrig mamsa medosti majja shukrani dhatavaha. Rasa here forms the first dhatu of the human body, that is the rasavaha dhatu, and hence here rasa refers to one of the dhatus, one of the building blocks of the human sharira. Whereas another shloka which says rasa svadvamla lavana katu tiktoshna kashayakaha. These are the shed rasas, the 6 different types of tastes which are perceived by the tongue, have been explained in one of the shloka, and here the meaning of rasa depends upon the situation or upon the context of the text given, and hence Padartha Vijnana is a subject becomes very necessary for the study and understanding of Ayurveda. What we have to learn here is there are different darshanas which cite their own number of padarthas, like Sankhya Darshana says 25 padarthas, Nyaya Darshana gives 16 padarthas in different way. A Jaina Darshana gives 5 padarthas, Pudgala considered the utmost supreme in them. Like that, there are many darshanas which consider their tattvas or their principles as padarthas. Same way Ayurveda consider these 6 padarthas. How is it applicable clinically? You can ask this question. Samanya, when you get into any forest, everything looks green. So any drug or any herb or any tree looks quite similar to you. Oh, that tree looks similar, this tree also looks similar to the previous one which I saw. If you get into a zoo unknown of botany, you feel the same. If you are a botanist or if you are a student of botany, you start differentiating amongst the herbs, trees and shrubs. So this belongs to the species and family, that becomes Vishesha, Samanya, Vishesha. Guna means quality. Based on the quality, you assess which is therapeutically fit, which is therapeutically unfit. And then from those trees, whatever you figured out, you found out everything is green. From green, you said this tree is belonging to this family, and in that the bark of the tree is a therapeutically fit part which has to be taken for the use of medicine. So that bark becomes your substance, that is the dravya. And what is that bark going to do? Suppose it is the bark of Saraca asoca, then that bark is capable of being a heart tonic, cardiac tonic. So it helps in the betterment of your cardiac system, and hence that becomes the karma. What is the karma here? That the bark, when consumed in proper way, in a therapeutical manner, then it is hridya to the human body. So this becomes the karma, and then the samavaya, they are interlinked with each other. Nothing is separated. One after the other, the process continues. So to understand anything, this is the base principle to understand Ayurvedic science. You have to understand the etiology, you have to understand the definition, you have to understand the word meaning, and then you must get into the insights of what it is trying to explain. The entire Ayurvedic science is an esoteric knowledge. No one can say it exactly happens like this in human body. It has been observed from years together, and then the science of Ayurveda has been compiled. The God, the great Lord Brahma, he remembers this science. It is not, it is like it has no birth, no death. It has come and it is there, it will thrive forever. It is a science like that. Brahma smritva aisho vedam prajapati majigrahat soshvinoto sahasraksham sotriputradi kanmunin. So this verse, you can find it in Ashtanga Hridaya, Ayush Kami Adhyaya, first chapter, given by Vagabhata Acharya. So this is a science which is being remembered by Lord Brahma himself, and he passes on the knowledge to Daksha Prajapati, Indra, Ashwini Kumaras, the godly physicians, and then it comes down to earth through Bharadwaja Muni, and then everyone learns this science. But improvement of this science is a necessity during these days. Not just being oriented to the classics, we must have some advancements in the way I recited this shloka is not the advancement here. It is just to show that a person is having the knowledge of this science. Any person who studies Ayurveda for 4.5 or 5 years is just having this certificate that he is eligible to practice. That doesn't signify he is an expert in the subject, though he is a gold medalist or whatsoever he or she is. To learn any science, it requires minimum of 20 years, and so is Ayurveda. You have to learn it from your own experiences. Then coming back to the subject again, so when all these shed padarthas were studied, Sushruta said they are innumerable because he considers it as etiology. You can understand it in that manner. And then how you have to interpret Padartha Vijnana according to the shed padarthas explained by Acharya Charaka, I have given an insight for you. You can develop, waiting to see how you can develop it in further way. Hope you will all reply to this. Thank you.